What is it?
Darwin Project. Hello, welcome to What Is It? I am your host Lee, and what it is a new battle royale that looks a bit like some of the older ones, but plays like none of them. So, yeah, it's a good start, really. You may see some fairly recognisable screen additions here from some of the other battle royales. It all looks a little bit similar, I know, to Fortnite, but trust me when I say it only looks a bit like it. In fact, I don't even think it looks like it. I personally think it looks more like Dauntless, which is obviously an ape on Fortnite in the first place, but let's stop talking about that bollocks. That's not this game. This is a much smaller scale battle royale. It's 10 people, all against all, on a smaller scale map. That is fairly focused around melee combat over anything else. You don't get any guns, there's no rifles or that sort of garb. You don't in fact pick up any weapons. You only pick up things that will help you, items, and you can upgrade your abilities that you pick at the beginning of the match. So that's again quite a nice thing. Everyone's on an even keel pretty much all the way through it. There's not really, oh, he's got a gold gun, he's going to win this fight situation. So that's nice. Let's take a look at some of the differences and similarities to the other battle royales, shall we? So starting off, we do cut down trees, but we don't build 400-foot towers with them like in Fortnite. Instead, we make a fire to keep ourselves warm, because the survival aspect of Darwin Project is heat, which is fair enough. I can stand that. I don't have to eat anything, I'm happy. We gather stuff called Darwinium, and this is used to upgrade our abilities, which we choose at the beginning of the match. And the abilities themselves, there's 3 to choose from: a drone, a grapple, and some wings that will make you fly. Fairly simple. I'll take this chance to talk about the shop. Yeah, the shop don't work. It's not monetized, it's not working, it's not in the store, so don't worry about it, don't talk about it anymore. Back to the abilities. So we have our 3 different abilities, and of these 3 different abilities, which give us various skills throughout the match, we can upgrade them individually as we level them up. So the more you use them, the more you level it up, and as you level up, you have a choice of 4. You pick 2 special abilities. There you go, and these will aid you from travelling to evasion, all sorts of things. Actually quite handy and change the dynamics. We also have a quite nice feature where instead of you running around either always seeing where everyone is or never having an idea, there's positioned maps which shows you the enemy positions on the map in real time, which is quite nice. Speaking of the map, it's a hexagonal shape, or pentagon, or whatever the fucking shape is. Either way, it's not a traditional ring until you get to the last segment of the 7, which I quite liked actually. It made for a different way of playing. You sometimes end up isolated on a different side of the map to everybody else. You could have your own segment, everyone could end up in that one segment at the beginning of the match. It could be over quite quickly. It's not your traditional, oh, we'll always land here, because you're not sure what's going to be blocked off first. You get drops and things like that. This is for the Darwinium, so you can level up your guff. It's quite a nice in-game moment actually. I thought I'd just show you it. There you go, quite like that.
Darwinium shipment has arrived.
So there are things like loot boxes, and out of them you get traps and abilities, and those abilities are things like the glide, smoke bombs, you get bear traps, tripwires. There's also a large emphasis on tracking your enemies through clues, old fires, trees they've chopped down, etc. It's quite a nice thing, especially when you can traverse the map in such a way that you can be on one side 1 minute, one side the other. Being able to track enemies is quite good. Another travel option is also the big warp wormhole things, which take you from one side to the other. Generally speaking, it's fairly vertical in the way that it plays, from aerial combat to even parts of the map. Delving from canyons all the way up to mountainsides in what seems to be seconds can be quite dramatic. These shots you're seeing now are caught during the free cam that I got after I died. Spectator mode is a lure to director mode, and director mode is where you choose to run the match from the beginning, highlighting certain people. You can commentate, you can put stuff in the match to help or hinder people, and it's another nice little addition. Generally speaking, it's not the fullest game I've ever played. There seems to be all the core mechanics there, the fighting, the basic crafting, the basic survival, which I like. The gameplay elements which you can choose from your special abilities to, you know, what you use throughout the match, the items that you pick up and what you select, it actually makes for quite a dynamic game. I was surprised. I thought it would just be complete bollocks. It looks like a Fortnite rip-off, and it's really not. It actually has tried to set itself aside. It's probably one of the more frenetic games I've played, being melee combat, but with all of these special abilities making things high-paced, and it's quite a nice balance. I was surprised I enjoyed it. I went in thinking I wasn't going to like it, and what do you know, it's actually quite good fun. Who'd have thunk it?
6 players remaining.
So Darwin Project actually ends up being the closest thing to Battle Royale the movie since all the Battle Royales started, which I never thought I was going to say. I had a good time playing it. I don't know about the longevity. A few games you might be done, depends what else they add. You can guarantee a battle pass and monetization, but still, it is what it is. Anyway, you've been watching What Is It on The Essential Gamer. My name's Lee. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.